Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. We turn to football and the Jamaica Premier League. After a 2-year break due to the pandemic, Monday Night Football will come roaring back next week with Waterhouse up against Arnett Gardens in a clash that promises fireworks at Sabina Park in Kingston. Director of Professional Football Jamaica Limited, PFJL, Donovan says recent changes announced by the government regarding the enforcement of COVID-19 measures has made the way clear for Monday Night Football to return. He joins us this afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing well, thank you. So I think it's fitting that we start by talking about the excitement, the great news that Monday Night Football is back, and just to share with the rest of the Caribbean that's tuned in, how big of a deal is Monday Night Football in Jamaica?
Monday Night Football is a big deal. It's a party atmosphere. It transcends, the culture, the music, the lime, the drinks, just people coming out and having a whale of a time. And what we have done with Monday Night Football, bringing it back, it's now a double header. So you get two for the price of one. So the first game is at 5 and the second game is at 7:30. Of course, we love the fact that, SportsMax carries the games far and wide across the region so that we can share our football culture with the rest of the region. And hopefully, with time, we'll be able to do some other great things on the football scene.
Yeah, talk to us a bit about the boost that, having fans in the stands, the loud screams, the energy that will boost the product on a whole. And of course, the sponsors will be very happy. I saw in an interview, Chris cited saying all the sponsors will have prizes and surprises. So tell us some more about that.
Well, part of the excitement is going out and being able to win something, to get something, other than the game. Of course, the game is what they come for, but we have a lot of exciting sponsors on board, led by Digicel, of course. And better than I do that when Digicel gets involved, they really make a go of it in terms of engaging the spectators and engaging their customers. Similarly, we have some other sponsors that are very, very intrigued with having spectators back in the stand. I was at Sabina Park last week, myself and Chris, and it was so pleasing to hear the roar of the fans when a goal is scored. And we said, yes, football is finally fully back, because nothing beat that sound of when a goal scores and you can hear them from 2 miles away give that roar of approval of that goal. So we're looking forward to that kind of excitement, that kind of energy that Waterhouse and Arnett Gardens bring to the local game. We have the two teams have the largest fan base in Jamaica, and so we expect that their fans are going to come out. It's a big game. Arnett is the hottest team in Jamaica at the moment, and Waterhouse is at top of the table. So I think you can expect that there's going to be a fantastic game at Sabina Park on Monday night.
Donovan, I'm looking forward to being at the game with Arnett in my heart and my Waterhouse cap on. So, maybe divided loyalties right there. But here's the thing, though. I know you spoke about yourself and Chris being in the crowd last weekend for match week 10 rather, at Sabina Park. But I want to ask you, the DRMA, of course, is not in effect, is no longer in effect. So is it that fans will be able to be almost normal, their normal selves, and access the normal services and interact in the normal way as before COVID, or will there still be things that they'll have to respect in terms of rules of mingling at Sabina Park?
Yeah. Well, we want to be responsible. The one thing that is normal is that anybody can get a ticket at the gate and get in. So whether you're vaccinated or not, you can get a ticket to go in. What we do ask is that people still, wear your mask. If you feel you're in an area that is too tightly clustered, put on your mask. If you can avoid being in a totally clustered area and you can separate yourself with a seat, do that. I mean, safety comes first. We're still genuinely in a pandemic. The numbers are very low and the contagion is very low, but at the same time, the pandemic isn't over. So we have to be responsible about this. But at the same time, we want people to know that they can come out to football, that they can come out, they can go to sports, period, and have a close to very normal time. You do have the bars, you have that are open in the stadium, you have the food vendors that are open in the stadium, so you can come out. I said something only recently to a friend of mine. I said, when you look on the traffic to get home at 5 o'clock now, it is a daunting task. So I am suggesting to those people who are watching SportsMax Zone, and we'll see this probably repeat later on, if you, instead of sitting in traffic for 3 hours, come and spend the 3 hours with us at football, and when you finish, you have an easy ride home. It's a perfect way to spend the Monday evening.
Yeah, Donovan, here's the thing. I want to raise this as a gripe, because you know that we are in the business of putting on as good a show for you as possible on the TV. We want the thing to look good, and more importantly, we want the players to be comfortable, because if they're comfortable with the underfoot conditions, the game will be even better. It will be easier to commentate. It will look even better on the television. I have a gripe myself. Well, all of the commentators do, all of the roster here at SportsMax, with the Sabina Park pitch, and I'm raising it because I know you pay good money to rent the facility. The watering of the pitch, Donovan, is a problem where we are all concerned, because I, for one, the first thing I do when I get to the facility, every facility, I walk the entire field, looking at divots, looking at the general state, and seeing how I expect the football to roll. And Donovan, Sabina Park is as dry as a bag of banana chips. Yeah, and I'm suggesting that with it being, under normal circumstances for cricket, one of the best, having one of the best irrigation systems in the country, I'm struggling to see why is it that they don't turn on the water for you guys so the pitch can be better, it can look better on the TV, and most importantly, the ball can roll even better.
Well, I'm glad you've raised that because it is an area that we have ourselves identified. We have in fact spoken with the management of Kingston Cricket Club and Sabina Park Holdings on this subject, and I believe come Monday you will see some amount of adjustment being made where that is concerned in terms of the moisture. I believe is where you're referring to, that there should be a better level of moisture in the pitch, in the surface, to allow for proper bouncing of the ball, absorption of the bounce and force, so that the ball doesn't bounce unevenly. But what one thing is good about that surface is that it is as level as they come, almost as level, if not just as the AstroTurf surface. But you are in fact right that it is dry, and we have been talking to them, and we expect that come this weekend and the future weeks that we will seek to use that venue, that you will see a marked improvement where that is concerned.
And one more thing on surfaces. When we went to Draxall, and we're so very happy that we could have gone there, I had a good chat with the president of the St. Anne FA, the Rastaman, Danny Beckford, who was welcoming football back to the community. Very happy, and I'm happy that we are going back there. But we felt, Donovan, also that the pitch could have used some more work. So I want to know from you if there has been any improvement to the conditions there where the pitch is concerned for the two segments of Match Week 11 that will feature at Draxall this weekend.
Let me say this in context, or rather in pretext of your question. Football pitches in Jamaica is a problem. Let's just accept that we have a small pool to choose from at the moment. And one of the things that we want to encourage clubs and venue owners and operators about is that the Jamaica Premier League is here to stay, and it's here to stay in the format that we have designed it, from the perspective that we want to play the Premier League, which is the top football league in the country and probably in the region, on the best surfaces that are available to us. And so I want to use this medium to encourage venue owners and football field owners and club owners to begin to look at your surface and look at your venue and look at your lights, because we are looking for venues to carry this league to continue to carry this league to the next level. On the issue of Draxall, Draxall is one of actually the premium surfaces, to be fair, in the country, certainly in rural Jamaica. And you know, like I said before, what I did with Sabina Park Holdings, we have had conversations with them. I think they understand the importance that the venue represents. I think they do have a challenge, you know, in some respects as it relates to resources, to continually manicure and maintain the field at a certain standard and level. And we have to continue to do our advocacy of the policymakers in this country to continue to make green areas available or spaces available, so that sports like football and others can continue to flourish, you know. But expect that this weekend, Danny and his team is going to have the venue in good condition. Maybe not the excellence or immaculate that they probably would want, but certainly in good condition to facilitate 2 days of double headers. It is a venue that we're going to use even more, as you will see in coming weeks, you know, in a very strategic way, that we will be able to talk about more as the weeks passes.
We're out of time, Donovan, but I have to squeeze this one in. It was the pop group, You're a Man of Music, you know, Take This at the time. They sang the song Want You Back for Good. So I say that to ask, is Monday Night Football back for good in the JPL?
As long as there is nothing from a government policy perspective that would prevent us from playing our games into the hours of dark, you can expect Monday Night Football to be a strong fixture for the rest of the Premier League season and certainly in the future. So again, as long as there's nothing that prevents us from playing beyond into hours of dark, i.e. curfews or anything of that nature, you can expect Monday Night Football will be a fixture of the Jamaica Premier League.
Excellent stuff. See you on Monday.
See you on Saturday.
There you go. All right, Donovan, all the best. Donovan White there, Director of Professional Football Jamaica Limited, Chairman, of course, of Waterhouse Football Club. His team have a massive assignment against the very, very hot Arnett Gardens. I'm so happy right now. My team is flying once again. And yeah, they're playing have a tough assignment against Waterhouse on Monday at Sabina Park. These are the fixtures, match week 11, Monday night. So at 5 p.m, Humberland and Mullines United. That should be a very, very good team. Humberland is a team nobody wants to play in the Premier League at this time. It's hard to score on them, very difficult to beat them. Mullines hot because their national striker, Nicholas Nelson, is playing in good football right now, and they have some youngsters straight out of high school, well, still in high school, who are spinning some ball for them. It's going to be good. And then Waterhouse, Arnett Gardens, 7:30 p.m. A grand for the North Stand, $500 for the Party Stand, March 28th, Sabina Park. Don't miss it.
Mara, did you hear George just now?
Yeah.
His team is flying again. Are Man United flying?
Arnett Gardens are flying.
Oh, Arnett Gardens.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I heard you said your team is flying again. So I thought Man United had turned their form around.
I'm happy you said that because I have an announcement to make.
He has a new team.
Director, can you?
He has a new team.
May it please you, Mr. Director, too.
He has a new team.
Mr. Director, Mr. Director. May it please you too. Thank you, Mr. Director. May it please, I have an announcement to make. Effective Friday, March 25, 2022, I will temporarily, no longer, listen to the phraseology, I will temporarily no longer be associated with Manchester United Football Club. I'm on leave, effective 8 a.m. Jamaica time, Friday, March 25. I'm taking leave of Manchester United Football Club. I'm moving my belongings to Arnett Gardens Football Club, and I will be there until further notice. So I'm making an announcement. So I will not wear any Manchester United gear. I will not defend Manchester United. I have relinquished all interest in Manchester United temporarily. But for now, a jungle meeting there.
Keep watching SportsMax on YouTube. For live and exciting sports, subscribe to SportsMax on cable and download the SportsMax app to watch anytime, anywhere.